I just saw your Dota coach and you raised your price.
Oh yeah. It's just because I have some real life stuff going on, um, in the next couple of weeks. So like I can't do like 5 or 6 sessions a day like I usually do. So yeah. But anyway, okay. So you said that you are a 3.1K player or somewhere around there.
Mhm.
You play support, and you feel like you don't belong at your MMR, or you feel
Yep.
like you're better than where you are. Okay.
Yeah.
So can you link me your Dota buff really quick?
Yeah. I can do that. There is a couple heroes that are most played that I don't play anymore though.
Okay, no, that's fine. I want to look at some other stuff anyway.
Here.
Cool.
Yeah, so I calibrated at like 500 MMR
Oh,
in
that's rather low. Okay.
September of last year.
Really?
And
And you're 3K now?
yeah, so I actually ran it up to 3.5 and then
Okay.
now I'm in like a rough patch right now.
Okay.
So I'm back to 3.
What kind of length of a rough patch are we talking about here? Like, a month, a week, 5 games?
Um,
What's a rough patch?
so I have like 3 wins in my last 20 games.
Oh, okay. So it's really not
But
that bad.
yeah.
Um, yeah. So, I mean, this is just like a variance thing, honestly. Like,
Hmm.
you have some loss streaks, occasionally that I
Yeah.
see. I am sharing my screen, by the way. I don't know if you saw, but
Oh, yeah, okay.
yeah. Either way, I think like, I mean, just glancing through really quickly, you build mech a lot on heroes that don't generally need it.
Yeah, I've
Um,
recently changed that.
oh, okay, good. Yeah, it's like when you're building it on Venge, like every game, like you were before, like she just doesn't have the mana to support that unless you go like Arcane Boots or something. It's
Hmm.
not horrible by any means, but yeah, it's a little bit iffy.
So the build I've adapted into right now
Hmm.
is so I'll start off with mana boots and then I'll turn that into an Aether Lens and then either get treads or tranquils.
Okay, that's usually good. You can also keep it at Brown Boots if you need another item like a Force or something.
Hmm.
That's fine. But your death counts aren't horrible. You have a lot of games where you have like above 5, which I'd say is not the best, but I mean that's
Okay.
nitpicky. But either way, that's something to work on. They're just not dying. Activity is really good. Like this is pristine. Did you
Yeah, I
just
play
start
too
playing?
much.
No, you
Um,
don't play too much. That's fine. Did you just start playing
yeah.
like this day?
Hmm.
Okay, so you're on the right track then. Like that's really good. You've never played any other MOBAs before?
No.
Okay, so yeah, this is excellent. It's pretty fantastic growth. Do you have any other like competitive experience in other games?
I was pretty good at Dota or FIFA, but that's on PS4.
Oh, okay, yeah. So nothing
Yeah.
PC related then.
Nothing PC
Okay,
related.
yeah. So you're probably just a smart guy then. Okay, so this is cool. This is really really good to be honest.
Okay.
So I'm actually excited to see you play.
Okay.
Do you have any like games in particular that you want to watch?
No, not really.
Okay.
I'm feeling like I win the early game a lot, and
Hmm.
we win all our lanes, and because I roam a lot, I feel like, and that
Right.
wins lanes, and we just can't finish the game. Like
Yeah.
I'd say like 75% of my losses are like just us 3-2-2ing, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that does. And that happens when you play support. That's just like the struggle of being a support main.
Mhm.
Um, what you can do to make that like happen less and less so is like work on your map control. So like your
Okay.
vision and stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's like your biggest contribution in the late game, other than like team fighting.
Hmm.
Cores have the advantage when it comes to game impact because they can constantly push out waves and like push towers on their own and stuff. Whereas like
Hmm.
supports, they can push waves, but it's not that good compared to like a jug with a battle fury or something, or a
Hmm.
Sven. So the best thing you can do is like deny the enemy team a vision and get your team vision, even in places or in situations where you're like crushing or losing really hard.
Hmm.
That's usually the best thing you can do. But yeah,
Okay.
let's jump into a game. Um, let's check things out, I guess. Okay, this is Anti-Mage against Darkseer. Um, I mean, if you have any preference, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna pick one probably. Um,
Um, so that Lich game,
okay,
my Juggernaut built a Radiance, and
okay,
that pretty much lost us the game. But this is the game I'm talking about. Like if you look at the graph,
Mhm.
I think we killed their offlaner like 7 times,
It's pretty good.
and then yeah, we just lost so hard. So
Well,
like, is there like if we watch that game, could you give me tips on like how as a support we would end it? Like
well,
we weren't pushing towers at all, which I felt
yeah. When
like
you're Lich, it's kind of tough because you can't like make anything happen. I
mhm.
would say that if you're Lich in the safe lane, that's your first mistake. He's really a dual offlane hero.
Okay.
Like he's an okay safe lane support, but really like he doesn't have that much kill pressure. If an offlaner dies to Lich, it's because like there's another stun involved usually.
Okay,
Um,
so
yeah.
so it was a jug, and we killed that Pugna like 5 times.
hmm
It was a solo Pugna off lane, and I
Yeah.
would just Q, and then he would spin, and it would die.
hmm Right. That's
So
kind
that's what
of
happened.
weird, but I mean, I guess it makes sense. Um, Pugna's not really a big offlane hero by any means, but I mean, I guess it works in this instance. But either way, I'd still say that's like a conceptual mistake. I'd say just like don't pick Lich. He's a good hero, but you can't impact the game that much. With the
Okay.
exception of like a huge chain press or
So
something.
he's
But
actually my highest win rate hero, like
oh,
out of all
really?
my heroes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's true. And you have 69 games on him. Damn. Okay, that's kind of funny. I mean, I guess like he. So here's like the thing with Lich is he's really good if you want to get carried by better players.
Okay.
Just because you can impact a lane so hard by just denying creeps constantly and not
Okay.
dying. Like, does that make sense? Because you just
Yeah.
like you literally cut a person's XP by 25%,
Mhm.
which is nuts. Like that's in a huge amount of XP.
And it
Um,
keeps the lane,
yeah,
a good spot.
yeah, like you keep your teammates safe just by keeping the lane back. So it's really good. That's why he's kind of a dual offlane hero, if anything.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, no, he's a good hero. If you want to play him, you can. It's just like if you have a lot of games where like you can't win, late game, then this is kind
Mhm.
of like one of the
Yeah.
issues.
Okay.
But either way, like 62% win rate is really really good. If you consider 40% a lot of the games, like obviously it is a lot of the games. Like let's say you win 62% of the games, and
Mhm.
the other percentage are just thrown like by your teammates or
Mhm.
whatever. Like that's still
Mhm.
really good. Like if
Okay.
you could tell anybody that they could win 62% of the time, like that's fucking
Mhm.
amazing. Like I would take that in a heartbeat. Um, just to put that in perspective, like I'm a 6.3, 6.4K player, and
Mhm.
I have a 57% win rate, like almost
Yeah.
58, but still. So
Mhm.
like if you keep technically if you keep doing this, which it's unlikely,
Mhm.
but it could happen. You'll be like extremely high MMR eventually, just
Mhm.
stifling glitch. But either way, I think we're getting off topic there.
Okay.
But yeah.
I
So
think I want to watch a Venge game because I've been
mhm.
spamming that hero a lot.
Okay, yeah,
And
she's really good.
mhm.
So okay, well this one is it's Venge Drow.
Oh,
Interesting.
you don't want to watch that game.
Okay,
My
very good.
my drow just walked into lane and just kept on dying. There's
Okay,
no,
was it like
there's
intentional
no,
feeding?
yeah, almost to a
Okay,
point.
all right. What about this
Uh,
one?
I do not remember what happened this game.
Let's do it. If there's no intentional feeder, then it's all good.
Actually,
Oh,
no.
yeah,
This
start
is.
Dota.
I think we should watch the win. Maybe I don't know.
Uh, okay. I kind of want to watch this, to be
Okay.
honest. It looks
I
interesting.
don't think I was in lane this. I don't think I did much this game
Okay. Do you know why?
because it was a Darkseer off lane and there wasn't much to do in that lane.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's valid. Basically, like if you can't kill him at level 1, you just kind of leave
Yeah.
and go do something else. But yeah, okay. So let's do a different one. All right. So you want to watch the win?
Maybe.
Okay. I mean, this is another good Venge game.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff you can do here. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Let's
mean,
watch this one.
you guys just like kill everyone if they don't kill you. That's basically how it goes. Okay. Pretty easy. Let's check.
Oh, and this I think they dual off lane this, and I've been having troubles with that sometimes.
Yeah, Venge is just a shit hero when it comes to dual offlanes. She doesn't have much defense or offense against it. She's good if you have another support that has high kill potential, but I'd imagine it was like Abaddon Centaur.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's just a really hard lane for Spectre and you.
Hmm.
I
But I
think the
don't
best
think we
thing,
do too poorly.
yeah, no, you're not supposed to lose by any means, but it's like you can't go offensive on them. And you can actually die if you're a support hero if you get out of position. But the way you play this lane is you just don't play it. You let Witch Doctor and Spectre lane against it, and be ready to punish them if they overextend. But basically, like Witch Doctor is just a better defensive support, right? Like he has longer range, more
Mm.
damage. His stun is,
Better stun.
yeah, it's naturally more defensive, especially against melee heroes. So that's kind of why you do that. Then you just go stack, or you pull, or you go roam. Like you do the standard support things outside of lane. All right, so let's check your items to start. All right. So basically, since you're a relatively advanced support player, well, I mean, I'm assuming you are because your win rate is so high.
Okay.
You should probably know that like the safe lane always needs sentries of some sort.
Mhm.
In this case, I think Witch Doctor buys him. No, he doesn't. Okay. So when you have a second support like this,
Mhm.
you almost always want to like have one of you guys buy the Courier and Observer wards, or at least have one person buy Sentry wards.
Mhm.
Basically, like if these guys block your camp, you can't get XP. Not in a
Mhm.
reliable way, anyway. Like you don't want to leech your carry's XP at any
Yeah, I've
point,
gotten
pretty
in the
much.
habit of buying sentries. I don't know why I didn't do it this game.
Okay, well that's good either way. But yeah, if you understand the theory behind it, then I don't have to go into it. But
Mhm.
you just need a way to get levels other than just leeching. Okay, so that's good. I don't like this. Okay,
You don't.
so yeah, I don't like the positioning here. The first thing you should do, like as a
Yeah.
safe lane or carry, or support or carry, is
Okay.
run immediately to this spot here. So just like get to this point, just so you
Okay.
can scout the offlaner's ward, or preferably like prevent them from placing it.
Okay.
You don't want to like play a guessing game of like, oh, do they have a ward here? Like, okay, can I like run up and try to gank?
Okay.
All that stuff. So just like run up here right away. Then you can just run back and stand on the high grounds. The second thing I don't like is that you went and stood down on the bottom of this cliff. Like,
Mhm.
if there's somebody standing here, they could see you.
Okay.
So that signals to like any guys up here that like, okay, Venge cannot stun me if I go for this run, right? Like,
Okay.
so you just want to like when you're support, it's really important that you hide yourself and stay out of vision
Okay.
until the last second, obviously. Like when the rune spawns, you can go. But yeah.
The battle begins. I'll take that.
Okay.
Yeah. So we double roll them and get first blood.
Yep, it's quite good. I mean, this game should be over pretty much. They have like very little comeback potential. It's basically like this lineup has one way to initiate on people. Well, two, I guess, sort of, but not really.
They have
It's
centaur.
yeah, it's Centaur, and that's it. And I guess they could like Tornado, or like Blink Heals or something. And the other way was Blink with PA, but she kind of just like melts to these heroes. So
Mhm.
basically, if you shut down Centaur or like prevent his farm, like they lose, and you just push all their towers.
Okay.
So that should be like the key to this game here. You generally want to try to look for things like that, like big weaknesses in the compositions, and see if you can like fuck that hero up. Like since you're a support hero, you have the ability to roam like pretty much wherever, and pressure the weak points. So it's something you want to do.
So right here, I'm just trying to hit them.
It's not bad. You just need to make sure you don't take creep aggro.
Mhm.
So like here, this is good, I think, until you walk up like that. Okay. So like, do you know the window for creep aggro? So like
Not really.
Okay. So basically, when you walk within 500 units of a creep, if you issue an attack command like you did here,
Mhm.
you have like 2 seconds to cancel it. So if you like, okay, I'll try to explain while like watching you. Let's get this. Okay. So right here, you're gonna attack Abaddon, and you're not gonna be within creep range, but you're going to walk into range. So you issue an attack command, then you walk into range. You pass the range right here, like it's about this line.
Then I cancel right now.
Yeah, and then you cancel right now, so you don't take
And
creep
then I
aggro
deny.
anyway. Yeah, so that's kind of what you want to abuse as a support. Ideally, you just attack them when you're not in range. So like right here would be good as well. But either way, yeah, that's something you can abuse,
Okay.
especially in lanes like this when your quarters are pretty tight. I do think you guys are like conceptually doing this wrong, but it's not horrible because like they're gonna pressure top, but it's okay.
So like we should have a tri lane here.
Probably should have Witch Doctor bottom instead of you, just because like you're not doing
My
too much
attack
here.
range is my attack range is.
Yeah, it's just very low. Like your hero is not exceptional at zoning off laners. That's just like one of the weaknesses of Venge is she's kind of a bad laner. She's good at roaming or okay at roaming, but really she's there for her level 6 and like armor shred and stuff. Okay. So I think this is one of those lanes where you just give your carry solo XP. Honestly,
Okay.
I think it's tough to ask, but like you can't really do much in this lane, right? Like you can harass them, but really like they're not gonna take too much damage. Like you don't have that much damage in particular,
Okay.
and they can always heal up and stuff. If you were Witch Doctor, then yeah, you should stay down here. But you just don't have the damage necessary to harass him.
To like try to go mid at this point and
I
get
think
a kill mid, or
I think you can go stack, you can go pull. You could also try to go mid, yeah, if you have a smoke.
Yeah.
You didn't buy one, but either way. I think like the worst thing you can do though is like leech this guy's XP.
Okay.
It's
so
it's tough
he
to say.
walks up here. And
Yeah,
then I
it's
run
tough to
back.
say though, because like, because this guy's gonna do stupid things like this, right? Like this is something you can do. Like
I don't know if my stun saves him, but he gets out eventually.
I'm pretty sure you did not need to stun. Like you blocked 2 centaur right clicks. It might have saved him, but I don't believe so. Either way, like this is just a hard choice as a support because like you have a carry who has basically no regen here, and you know you can't trust him to not do stupid things. So it's kind of a tough choice. But either way, like you kind of have to feel it out. And if this guy's
I'm not
going
really
to
leeching experience right now. I'm only level 1 with like 30 experience.
no, that's true. No, you're totally right. I mean you're gonna leech here obviously, but yeah. Yeah, it's just important that you're conscious of that. Like right here, this is XP that he needs for sure. But either way, I think you
I just feel
understand
like
my
if he
point.
gets gone on here because he's pretty low health.
Yeah. I think if anything, like it'd be better for you to wait, like outside of vision, just because like you might be able to bait them under
right
tower
here,
or
I need
something.
to be there, right there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should have canceled that stun, but
Well, Centaur can't stun, right? Like he has no mana. Like he can't go for another stun, you know, for 50 mana or something, and he has abysmal regen. So like I guess it could shield and then return double edge combo, but it won't kill Spectre, I don't think. 175, 100, maybe it will.
like if a shield pops too.
Yeah, because that's like the strength of this lane is like they shield the Centaur and then double edge, and that breaks the shield. So it's like a lot of damage. So maybe Spectre would die, but like these guys have to make a really good play, and Spectre has to make a bad play at the same time.
Which he kind of is.
No, he definitely is for sure. I don't know. I think this is just like one of those tough choices, and that's kind of why support is a nightmare. Because in this case, like you can't play properly, because of what your core is doing. I guess in this case it's okay to babysit, but either way, in cases like this, I don't think you have to be too like be so safe. Just because like the best thing you could do right now is pull, but like Centaur has no mana, so like it's pretty hard for Spectre to die, and he might die right here actually, depending on how this goes.
I don't know.
Okay.
What happens.
Okay, so that did a lot of damage. So okay, so it only did like it did 200 damage, which is a lot, but wasn't as much as I thought. Either way, this guy should die right now. You should have used the clarity a bit sooner. So let's try to find the point. Basically, like right after you stun is when you should have used it. I would even argue that you could use it right now and it would be okay. You basically just like want to be ready to have a stun. If you think these guys are going to be like dive heavy, which like you know your positioning is telling me that you think this, it makes more sense for you to have. Like,
I'm scared for my Spectre at this point.
Yeah, because like they're going to dive or whatever. So it makes more sense for you to have mana for like 2 stuns, I think. Yeah, but here definitely you use a clarity if you don't use it before. Especially since I can't really pop it. Abaddon could use Miscoil, but he doesn't have it skilled. Okay. So like if you could stun him right here, he'd actually just die. Should be great. Like he would take tower hit, creep aggro, all that stuff. I guess Abaddon might shield him. No, he's out of mana as well. Okay. Yeah, so that would have been a kill for sure. But it's okay. Little things like that.
I don't even know if I clarity'd, I would have enough for a stun at that point.
You don't think so?
But yeah.
Perhaps. I'm pretty sure you would. You need 110. Alright, so pretty much right now when the creeps aren't hitting you. So right here. Okay, start clarity. Okay. It's about 10 seconds. Oh yeah, I guess it's valid. It'd be really close, I think.
But
it's
again,
definitely
I
not
should have
certain.
clarity after I stunned.
Yeah, the first time you should have clarity for sure. But either way, no, you bring up a valid point. Basically the idea is just like you want to be ready for the double play rather than just doing the basic thing. But either way, it's very minor, I think. Missing the kill is obviously big, but it's tough to tell. That's okay. So definitely okay, this guy does your job for you. That's fine. You definitely don't want to single pull this.
I know. I told him that. I said leave the pulling to him, and then he did it again after, I think. But because
Excellent.
I told him this pushes his lane, right?
Yeah, it does.
It
Right.
only I denied it hard enough, so it only brought in one creep. But
It's still gonna push really hard though. Like just this range creep does so much work. So what you can do to counter this, and it's tough because these guys have counterplay, like pretty easy counterplay, is you can try to tank the next creep wave, so that I guess like he brought it back as well. Damn, that really sucks. Okay, he double fucked you. But basically, like the idea is when he pulls like this.
yeah, as soon as he did that, I told him just to leave the pulling to myself because I knew it screwed that up big time.
Yeah, but you have something you can do here if he doesn't mess the second part up
Okay.
as well. It's basically like when he pulls here, you can run ahead and try to tank these creeps and keep them in
Keep
front
it
of the tower.
the tower.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah, so that's the best thing
that's
you
what
can
he
do.
should be doing right now.
Yeah, that's what he should be doing. He's going to be a little late, but either way. Yeah, so this is a bad play by Spectre, but you had some kind of way to recover. The only problem is these guys can pressure you. So it's like you just kind of have to test the waters and see if they'll pressure you or not. And it's not like they can just like surprise you with a stun, right? Like he has to walk up. So that'd be the better play. You could also tank this creep wave, but either way.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever been put in this situation.
Yeah, no, it's certainly
Actually
weird.
pull it.
Like this is weird as fuck. But this applies like if you ever play carry and your support single pulls as well. So that's fine. Okay. So I'm gonna speed up because like I don't think your hero is being used to its like its best potential here, just because like of the laning situation. It's not bad to be here by any means. Like I think you kind of have to be because of the Spectre, but it's okay.
Invisibility.
You should definitely buy boots here if possible.
Me?
Yep.
Oh yeah. So I think
Yeah,
I
you got him.
couriered out.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Just like when you're support, you want to make sure that like your mid doesn't need courier at the same time. It looks like she's fine, but yeah, you just want to like double check. You don't want to fuck
Because
your mid
getting
hero
to
that way.
side shot would have been a little bit tricky.
Yeah, no,
So-
for sure. Like using the courier was great, but you still need to like double check to see if this guy has like a bottle here or like a big item or whatever. It's just helpful. Okay. Oh, that's weird. Okay, you want to avoid this situation because it just like messes things up a bit.
Yeah.
So just like always keep in mind whenever you're going for harass or anything like that, or denying or CSing or whatever, that you don't want to be the creep wave's next target. Because if that's the case, like especially right here when you attack and give these guys vision, that you're going to be the next target for these creeps, so it's going to mess things up. So just as a general rule, you want to stay away from doing that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like you inadvertently denied spec, like oh maybe not. Okay, he might get around here.
No, but then the tower's hitting these creeps.
Yeah. So it's just like you kind of denied him in a sense, right?
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Radiant's bottom
So he's already bad
tower
enough. You
is
don't want
under
to you don't want to
attack.
make his life harder.
I think we can.
Okay. This looks
Dire's
it looks
top
good to me.
tower is under
You can just
attack.
cut him here. Positioning is a bit
Radiant's
off, but it's
bottom
okay.
tower is under attack.
Okay. So he probably you don't die. Okay, good. Okay, so let's talk about the positioning thing.
Okay.
This is like very nitpicky, but I think it does matter because they had some counterplay after you did this. Okay, so
So like
center.
they screwed up basically.
Well, yeah, because they dove at a stupid point, but they like
So right now they dive me.
yeah, this is totally fine.
Radiant's
Right here,
bottom
this is
tower
fine.
is under attack.
If anything, you should turn around and wave him earlier.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
I guess he could stomp you, so maybe not. Maybe not. No, that's incorrect. So you just keep running back and stun. This is totally fine. So your spacing is really good here. Like this is exactly what you want to do,
Dire's top tower is under
and you just
attack.
keep running. But right here is when I think you made a or you made an error in your positioning. You should be running up here so you can get vision on Centaur. Because like if you chose to just run away here instead of like
Radiant's
letting yourself get
bottom
stunned
tower
or whatever,
is under attack.
So I throw a stun here right now.
yeah, and you're not in range. Like you get the stun off because he stomps, or he stops the stomp anyway. So that's like kind of a misplay. I think
So I think I should honestly I think I should stun the Abaddon here because he's
Radiant's
dead.
bottom
Is he
tower
dead?
is under attack.
I don't
Or
think
does
so.
he get away from here?
I think
If I don't
actually
throw the stun, does he live?
I think it's gonna take like Spectre a long time to chase him. So I think it's
Okay.
fine to use stun here. But basically like my point was you just need to not run away so fast. Like you still ended up re-engaging, but like here when your arc is really wide when it should be a little bit more tight. Because they have no way
Radiant's
to like
bottom
get on you,
tower
right?
is under
Like unless they get a
attack.
hit or a stomp off on you.
And
you
I was really low there, so you know.
yeah, no, either way, like you're low, but you're not in danger at all.
Okay.
So long as like your reaction time is good. I'm not saying like you should stand like on the razor's edge, like
Yeah.
like right on the edge of double edge range or whatever. But
So does so the Centaur return, does that only work for right clicks?
Yes.
Radiant's
Okay.
bottom tower is under attack.
I didn't know that.
Okay. Well, either way,
Okay.
I mean, this is a good play. Either way,
Okay.
just like it could be slightly more optimized, but it's all good.
You are no match for me.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Also, I think right here you should stay for the wave of terror, just in case something happens
You
here.
are no match
Okay.
for me.
Like it's coming up soon, so you should stay in range, then go back. It's actually like a very
Bottom
impactful spell
tower is
for
under
like how
attack.
easy it is to hit. Like 3 armor level 1 is huge.
Okay.
This guy only has 5, just to put it in
I'll
perspective.
take that.
Default forever. Renewing.
Good stick of smoke, good stuff.
Denied.
I like that you're looking around the lanes as well.
I fail really badly here, I think.
Alright, that's fine. It's gonna happen.
But I think
yeah.
I smoked in vision.
Oh yeah, okay. I don't know if you were in vision, but you were definitely like too close. If you want to go for a smoke play, like basically smokes have 2 functions. Well, I guess like 3 if you count the projectile popping thing, but we'll ignore that for now.
Okay.
So smokes are good for dodging wards, and they're good for closing the gap during daytime when your hero has like a short range stun like Venge,
Okay.
and you need to run at them. So in this case, like the daytime thing is not important because it's nighttime. So you don't have to worry about that, but you do have to worry about them having wards. And let's just see what they have. I don't think they have anything, but okay, yeah, they don't have any wards. Yeah, but you're not going to go this path most likely. So basically, the function of smoke in this case is to like get you to Invoker's lane without risking being on a ward, because you don't really know here. So if you want to go for this, you need to smoke basically back here. You can pretty reliably do it in this area as well.
What's the best route after I smoke to actually kill him?
It depends on his positioning in the lane, but usually like this is pretty reliable, like just going up here, going around. You can also do something like this if you're diving, but this is like a little bit more advanced. It's tricky, but you can do it.
With a drow, you can do that too. I think it's easier.
Do you mean this path?
Yeah.
It's sort of tough, but you have to tank tower during this, so that's why it's hard.
Okay.
But really, you can just do the top one most cases.
So did he see
yeah.
my smoke there?
He might have. If he did, it was kind of a bug, I think. Actually, no. So I don't think he should have seen it.
Because he backed off right away. I don't know if that's just because of my drow's positioning.
Yeah, I think she was just out of range, but she might have, like, the range creep might have given it away. Because, like, this range creep is giving, vision in this sort of circle here. Okay. So it looks like he didn't see it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was just like, I think he was just reacting to drow. Because, like, she moved up very suddenly, so it's kind of like signaling that something's going on. Okay. Oh, yeah, so he didn't see your smoke, but either way, it's kind of like, you didn't smoke at all, just because it gets popped instantly.
Yeah.
If you had taken the upper path here, that would be optimal for sure. Because then, like, if you're, you come from behind him, you can cut him off, and you get the stun guaranteed. So yeah. Okay. Also, just another like benefit of this is if this guy plays really smart and he like reads the smoke gank or something, and you don't like commit to him, you can always go up through the jungle and get a ward down or something during that time. Whereas like if you go bottom side, you can get a ward down at like Ancients or behind top tower or bottom tower rather. But yeah,
You can do that without a smoke too.
yeah, it's just like it's kind of redundant. Whereas like going into the enemy jungle is like much more risky, just naturally, with the way things are positioned. So yeah, I mean that's just like another option. That's why I like that path. Okay, is it gonna work? Wow. Oh, okay.
No, I should have W'd first and then it would have worked.
Yeah. So I mean that's a small correction, right? Like you can do that next time. Yeah. That's okay. That was a good try though. Okay.
I think we fail again.
Yeah, it's because of your pathing. If you wanted to go for this, you would have to go under tower, which is tough. I think. I almost want to say the best thing you can do here is like TP top with the haste or something, or just leave it and wait for like
So
someone to
run
overextend.
top, I think.
Oh yeah, you end up running top. Okay. Haste is gonna wear out, but you'll get here in time. You just won't be hasted when you get here. Okay. Wow, that's the classic Drow Venge roaming combo. Excellent. Okay, so I mean it worked. It's a little weird, but I think that your
Radiant's
rotation there
middle
top
tower
is
is
good.
under attack.
I don't think Drow should be there though, so it's weird. Yeah. Okay, it's a good ward. I think the timing of the ward is bad though. Like
Yeah.
you want to make sure the creeps don't see you at all.
Radiant's middle tower
But
is under
it's a good
attack.
conceptual ward for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you end up TPing. Why'd you TP here?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I felt like I couldn't have done anything top, I guess. Since
Okay.
the Jaw was heading back mid.
Oh yeah, that's valid. If that's the case, then you don't want to waste your TP though, because like you need to be able to TP anywhere, right? Like at any
Okay.
time. Because now if you TP down here, you're kind of like stuck here. You can't just like TP mid afterward.
Okay.
So definitely don't limit your options like this if possible.
I did not know what my Spectre's doing there.
I mean, you're gonna have so many moments like that when you play support too. Like it doesn't even matter if this guy's AFKing or whatever.
Dire's
But
top
either way.
tower is under attack.
Okay.
Okay, so right here, I didn't know how the hero works, so I should have thrown a stun, but I thought it would have killed me with return.
Okay. That makes sense.
And then I get Sunstruck.
Yeah, that sucks. Okay. So let's just look.
That stun range.
Yeah, it's pretty like the animation
That was
doesn't match
surprising,
it.
that stun range.
Yeah, it's about like it's 315, so it's kind of the circle around him. It's definitely like much wider than it appears. Okay. I mean, I guess my only problem with this is like you weren't at your max attack range when you were attacking this guy.
Okay.
If you were at max range, then you wouldn't get hit by the stun because you have 400 attack range. So just kind of like try to keep that tether on people if you can.
And if I stun him now, he dies.
Yeah,
but
he
I
does.
thought it would have killed me.
Yep, no guaranteed. Also, return doesn't do that much damage to you. Like 30% of your strength. 30%. Okay, yeah, so it definitely wouldn't kill you. It just doesn't do enough damage, even if it did do that in spells. But either way, I mean, that's something you can learn from. Either way, though, these guys definitely would have died if you just turned in caster spells. Okay, that's
And
fine
then
though.
I end up dying to Sunstrike.
Oh yeah, so here you could have turned as well, like and just killed him. Okay, that's kind of funny, but yeah, it doesn't work on spells. You don't have to worry. What you do have to worry about though is like if you attack, or never mind, they took that out. Never mind, it's an old change. Basically, before it used to work like if you issued an attack command on him, you would take the damage instantly. So
Okay.
people would do that mess up, but yeah, it doesn't work like that anymore. So you're good.
And had a wand too.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's actually a mistake to like not use your wand because like it's not going to save you from Sunstrike, and also like it's hard for you to know that you're going to get Sunstriked. If anything, the best thing you could do here is just like kind of dodge when you know there's an invoker on the other enemy team that's an exort.
Okay.
So in that case, like you can just adjust your movement based on like Sunstrike. Sometimes like you're probably going to waste a lot of time doing that just because like this guy isn't even thinking about that. He's like distracted by something, but yeah, that's the best thing you can do.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean here, like, it's a game mechanic thing, so it's fine. You're still like, even though you're improving at a very like crazy rate, you're still relatively new to Dota, so stuff like that is, that's just bound to happen. Okay. Yeah, you definitely want to be careful with this. You got to kill here, but it's kind of like him messing up.
Okay.
Just be careful when you TP in vision like this. When you do this, like good players will take advantage of it, and like this invoker will be like, okay, I have like 30 seconds max to do whatever I want to this guy, because I know Venge can't be there, right? Like if you TP outside of vision, then it's a little different. But when you TP like in lane, it kind of tells the other lanes that they're safe. Also, this guy just like wants to die really, so I don't know what's going on here, but either way. Good play. It would have been like slightly better if you TP'd, like right here at the edge, just because he couldn't see you then. Okay, it's good. You get the ward, excellent. Okay, go ward as well.
I don't know why Roche is hitting me. Usually when I do that, Roche does not hit you.
Yeah, it's because of the way you approached. Let's look at your pathing. So like normally when you do this ward, you don't come from this side, just for whatever reason. Like you always come from this side. But when you go from the bottom side, Roche hits you. Whereas like if you go from the top, your position is slightly off. So
I just never thought of it because I've done that word like say a dozen times and it's just never hit me.
Yeah. No, it's just like a very slight path thing variation.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay. Yep, that's good. Okay. That's awkward. Wow. Okay. Okay. So your initial play was really good. You didn't stun right away, which tells me you have a brain, which is excellent. Having a brain is great for playing Dota.
Okay.
So like when you don't stun right here, that tells me that you know about Abaddon's borrowed time about it, and he can just like purge it instantly. So this is really good. This is how you want to approach killing Abaddon.
So was that swap good?
Yeah, it was good. You guys could kill him right now. Like if you go on him like this very instant and stun. Like as soon as he ults anyway. Yeah. But you should die here because like Centaur should stomp you. I don't know why he's like running away from you. He's like really scared for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So you definitely should have died. I think the swap is fine. Just because you can kill him and you force a TP here.
Okay.
And it's like a very low commitment cooldown. Like it's very short cooldown. It's not really like a super high value spell. It is in team fights, but not really in laning. So this is totally fine. If anything, like you could have stopped doing it when Centaur TP's in, because at that point you can't really kill. But either way, this is a fine play. You should have died though. Like when you start running up here. If you disengage after that, like it's a good play, because then Abaddon can't really lane down here anymore.
So say the Centaur doesn't TP in there. I should run up with him, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Like that was the correct play.
Okay.
Assuming the Centaur is not in the picture or anyone else isn't there. Yeah, so that's correct. Okay. This is good. And I also like that you waited to stun until like his borrowed time was out. Like you don't want to heal him, so that's good. Okay.
I'll take that. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structure.
So like right now, am I doing? Oh, we try again. I think.
It's a tough kill. It's not a bad idea though. Okay. You actually, you can kill him.
Dire's
I'll
middle
stick.
tower is
Okay.
under Dire's middle tower has fallen.
So I think the execution here was a bit weird. It was a good play though. It was a good
Dire's
conceptual play.
structures are fortified.
The only problem with going for Centaur with swap and a melee hero like on your team is that like you can kind of swap him into stun range. In this case, like Centaur gets a double stun anyway, but yeah.
Dire's middle tower
So
Basically-
right now here is banking on the fact that I had enough to W, but I didn't have mana.
You had a stick charge, so you could have done it, but it's okay. But
I got that stick charge after.
My name shall
So like right when I was doing the combo, right, I didn't.
oh, so you wanted a W during the combo? Yeah, that's fine. I mean that's okay, right? Like you can always like just hit him in W after, like he's gonna die, so it doesn't matter too much.
Dire's middle tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
if this guy was 6, he would get away if he had the mana, but it doesn't matter so much, honestly. If anything, like, the only thing I can see that needs correcting here is, like, you want to avoid the double stun. If you can, like, dodge the stun and then block him, that becomes, like, a even more guaranteed kill.
Dire's
Does that make sense?
structures are fortified.
You miss out on some DPS, but your Spectre is going to do the most damage anyway after you use stun.
Dire's
So here, you
middle
just kind of have to, like,
tower
think
is under
about what this
attack.
guy's next option is. Like, if I'm him, I'm, like, mashing stun. Like, holy shit, I need to stun these guys and get out. So you kind of just like run upwards a little bit, and then or anywhere you can dodge it, then try to go for a block.
Okay.
That would be the best play, but it's pretty nitpicky, I think. In general, though, you want to avoid getting double stunned with your teammates.
my name shall live
Dire's middle tower has
So,
fallen.
yeah.
What's it?
I was just about to say my Spectre said he was going back to lane, so I got greedy and tried to stay there.
Okay. I mean, I don't think it's necessarily bad. Your positioning was just a bit off.
Yeah, I was too close to the creep wave.
Yeah. Like your attack range is kind of short, so it is tough, but it's definitely doable. Like positioning outside of it.
I wanted to
Also,
go for
wait.
the range creep.
Did he have an invis rune? I
Yeah,
think
he
he
had
had
an invis rune.
Okay, yeah. So that's. I don't actually think this is that bad then. Like, because how can you know that
Dire's
Abaddon
middle
is here,
tower
right? Like you
has
could
fallen.
see that he's off the map, and he.
And we just killed the Centaur, so he would have probably shown up there too. He
Yeah.
was around there too. Which the funny part was.
Yeah. So it's just like a weird play by him, I think. Like he shouldn't even attack the creep like that. He should just hit you and then you die. See, I don't know. I don't think this is that bad of a play, to be honest.
Okay.
If anything, like if you die here, it means your other lanes are safe. It's not something you want to intentionally do.
Was that a bad play being there in the first place, though?
No, I don't think so. Because like you have no clues, right? Like to where the people are. The only thing you could have known here was that like their middle tower dies, and then Invoker is nowhere to be seen, right? Like so he is probably doing something else. Like he could be jungling, probably unlikely. Could be in base, you know, that's what he is doing now. He could be like going top to roam on them. So I guess that's like your only clue here.
Okay.
So I really don't think it's that bad, honestly. Like, you obviously don't want to give up deaths, but this is one of those times where like you have to have such good game sense that I think it's unrealistic to live here. And you had the right idea to get XP when your carry can't stay in lane, or it doesn't want to stay in lane or whatever. So I don't think it's that bad.
That's the only reason why I do that. He said he was like gonna jungle and then return to base for mana.
Yeah, I don't
I don't even
that's
think I
that bad.
die there if the Invoker shows up, or if the Invoker doesn't show up.
It'd be pretty close. I mean, it's a phase boot Abaddon with Curse. I think it's pretty tough to say. He's not canceling his attack animations, so maybe this Abaddon doesn't kill you, but a better would, or a better one would. But either way, it's kind of like pointless to talk about that. But yeah, you're definitely right that like it'd be much closer. Either way, I don't think this is that bad of a play.
Radiant's bottom Radiant structure under attack fortified.
Yeah, this is a bad play right here.
Under attack.
Right. So like you don't actually lose anything from it, and you know Invoker's top, so you can't die. But you definitely don't want to just like prioritize farming over everything when you're support. I guess you're trying to defend the tower here, which is okay, but you kind of got to realize that this thing is gone.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Pretty much no matter what you do. Like the final attack is flying in before you even TP. So
yeah. Okay.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's just like you have nothing to do down here, so you shouldn't commit a TP. That's all it is really. I mean you got some XP and levels and all that, but it's still okay. Slight optimization here. When you go for sentry wards, like at this specific spot, you want to put it here, just because like it covers both sides. And I think it actually would have gotten a ward if he did that.
Okay.
Which is kind of funny. I just want to see your sentry range. Okay, yeah.
So put it where?
So you put it right here, down here.
Okay.
Then you stand on this cliff to give yourself vision.
Here's the thing. I think, yeah, I think I W here to see. I thought this gives it range over there.
That does not. That's why you place it here, though, because it covers like everything. Oh, oops. Wait, was that intentional?
What?
This word?
I don't think it was.
Okay. It's actually interesting. It's not horrible. Just because it gives us
here, yeah, on the other side.
Yeah, you usually put it on like this side here, but
I usually put it on their side.
On their side, okay. In that case, that would be much better than this. Just because like if you place a ward here, you kind of also want vision up here. Like this ward gives, but either way, this isn't horrible because like it gives vision on their side, and it also is hard to deward, like just based off of like what vision it gives. It's kind of tough for them to tell where it is, but the problem with it is it's also in range of the most common sentry ward, which is like on this rock pretty much.
Okay.
An alternative to this is actually right here behind this tree line. Like you see, there's a little space here. So you can place it over, and it gives you vision across here, and it's basically like impossible to deward, because you have to have a sentry here, and you also need to have vision right here. So unless somebody knows that you warded this specifically, it's really good. It's a good alternative to this. Actually, I really like this spot. This is an interesting thought, but either way, yeah. Okay, so you end up going mid, pushing this out. This is fine. Ideally you should have a TP, but it's totally fine to be pushing a lane like this. You want to be doing this like every now and then. Okay, here you should definitely wave of terror. Even though you want to get some XP, you should just push it out as soon as you can. Yeah. Okay. So you actually, holy shit, you actually live. I don't know how that happens. Let's see.
I don't think he doesn't have his Forge Spirits attacking me or something.
I want to see what happened, because it doesn't make any sense. He should definitely kill you. I mean, Bench is like naturally pretty tanky, but...
So he blinks in on me.
Oh, he blinks in cold snaps, which is kind of like the error. He probably gets some uphill misses too. Okay. Oh yeah, he misses a Force Spirit.
He doesn't attack with his Force Spirits.
So you're definitely supposed to die. What's the correction here? I mean, I guess like going for this wave is fine, but when these guys back off and when you don't have any pressure top lane anymore, like Bush Doctor dies, then you kind of have to realize that like you know, somebody is going to
I'm
go
in
for you.
danger.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna come in, obviously. Okay.
I think that's the idea here. It's not bad to be here for the first wave, but, you know, staying for the next wave is bad.
And it's tough there because I have to stand on the high ground if I don't want to miss the creep wave.
Yeah, basically. It's just like you have to put yourself in a poor position in order to farm. You end up living, but, you know, definitely don't. This is not a good play. So, yeah. Okay.
Dire's bottom tower
Many
is under
thanks.
attack.
Okay. Get your treads.
Swiftly now.
Interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about going treads before like anything.
Okay.
It gives you HP, which is really nice, especially against these heroes that just have a ton of nuke damage.
And
Oops.
when we have a drow on our team, I was
Dire's
I was
top
thinking that
tower is
it was
under
good just
attack.
to because my right clicks do a lot.
Well, I mean, that's sort of true. It's like it's hard for you to actually do effective damage, though, right? Like, yes, your right clicks do a lot of damage, but like, are you gonna hit PA? Are you gonna hit Invoker?
Okay.
I mean, I guess you could hit Abaddon and stuff, but I think in this case, like, you guys already have a shit ton of damage, so the best thing you can do is buy them items that will like facilitate damage. So
Okay.
like Force Staff to get them out of bad positions, like if they get stomped or if PA goes on them, or if they get tornadoed, anything like that.
So
You can go
normally
Medallion.
I build mana boots normally.
Okay, yeah, that wouldn't be bad. Like you could have a lot of like
Invisibility.
low base mana heroes, so that's good. I think going Medallion in this game would benefit you the most, so
Okay.
just because you have so much right click damage on your team and so much physical damage that if you Medallion someone and you know like Drow and Weaver start hitting them, they're gonna die. Like it doesn't matter who they are. So I think that would be the best item in this game. Alternatively, you could go for like an Urn. That would be good. Spectre didn't build one for whatever reason, but when you see that she doesn't build one, then you can go for Urn.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go like Urn or Medallion or Mana Boots. I mean, I think because you already have Mana Boots on Witch Doctor, you don't really need them. But all those options are fine. Or alternatively, you could start building a Force
Dire's
Staff
top
if you think
tower
that
has fallen.
like their PA is getting out of control or something in an alternate universe or whatever. Okay.
I definitely need to utilize items like Force Staff and Glimmer more.
Yeah, for sure. That's a big part of
don't-
winning games, the support.
Yeah. I don't use those items much.
Yeah, Force Staff is just like an amazing item in general. Like being able to move somebody's position it's so unbelievably good. I don't even know how to describe it, but yeah, it's definitely important to use items as support if you want to win more games anyway. So let's look at your vision here.
This is just me not knowing where my other two teammates are.
Yeah, because even if you did find someone right here, like you
My
wouldn't be
Drow's
able to
telling
kill
me
them.
to go here. That's why too.
Yeah, you definitely like. There's, I mean, this is kind of like why I mute everyone at the start of my games. It's just like I want to play the best Dota game that I can, and I don't want anyone else to influence it. You don't have to do that by any means, and it's good to communicate. But that's just that's reasoning for doing that.
To be chosen for death.
So yeah, definitely like make sure you're staying present in the game and not like just completely tunneling on what somebody tells you to do or what you think you need to do or whatever. Like try to make your own decisions if possible. Yeah.
This Drow was tilting the whole team.
To be
So
chosen
lucky enough.
Yeah.
And, like Yeah.
Snowman 95. I feel like I recognize that name for whatever reason.
this is 3K.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's weird. But anyway, that's all good. Oh yeah,
Radiant's
This
so yeah,
Drow
top
was a
tower
gamer
is
in
under
this game.
attack.
there's always one. It's gonna happen.
Radiant's
I don't like this
structures are
TP.
fortified.
Okay.
Like the death was bad, obviously, but it's like I don't have too much to say about it. But I don't like the TP because like you can't defend this on your own. The best thing you can do here is like TP to the T2 and then Wave of Terror once your creeps are dead. So when your creeps die, then you can wave the creep wave and then it'll aggro back to you. So you'll kind of like drag the creeps back and your tower will
Okay.
stay alive longer. That's the best thing you could do in this situation. But even then you have to be careful because PA can always go on you. You don't really have any defense against that either, other than like stun. But yeah.
Radiant structures
So I don't like
are
you being here just because you're very vulnerable and you can't really do much to begin with.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
I do like that you're farming. That's good.
I'll take
Much
that.
easier with Drow, so we want to take advantage of it.
And treads.
Yep. The one of the problems with this kind of playstyle of Venge though is Like you're a primarily defensive hero, right? Like with swap. So if you're farming, you can't be in position to help your teammates. So you definitely want to make sure you have a TP on you.
Okay.
Especially if you use courier like this, that's pretty unacceptable in a lot of cases.
Okay.
Definitely want to do this. Okay, it's fine. Okay, you might as well use your mana if you plan on going back to base. Yep, good. Okay.
This should make my life easier.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Okay. That's good.
I can't bear to be seen.
Okay.
Dark light. Ear sketch.
Okay. So there were a couple things that we should talk about, I think. The fight goes well for you guys, but I think it could have been a little bit better.
Okay. So I don't end up using swap this fight.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Is like Drow dies and you don't swap. So that's, I mean, it's her fault that she's positioned here, but you know you can prevent this, and like that's obviously a good thing to prevent. Definitely always worth it to save your life, or save your carry's life over yours
Okay,
if
but
you're
our
bench.
Drow runs back in here.
Bear to be seen.
Or just, I don't know where our Drow
Do you mean right
is.
here? Do you mean right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is fine. This is what she should be doing.
Okay.
This is a good play. Like, if she knows that she has swap, which, you know, maybe she's not thinking this, maybe she's just really dumb, and she's, like, trying to, you know, kill stuff, which is fine. But, like, if she's safe here, there's no way she dies if you swap. It's not her fault. Well, it's her fault technically because, like, you know, she doesn't have to be here in the first place. But, like, if you're swapping here, she doesn't die. And, you know, she still does all of this damage, which is really good. So this is definitely on you, and it's not her.
Okay.
Basically what I'm saying is just, like, don't be afraid to die for your carries. It's just really important that you do that, actually. Always try to get, like, all your spells out beforehand, but still. Okay. I think that's, like, the big thing.
We
Like,
killed the PA fast, which is good.
Yeah, that makes things easy. And it's because, like, you made a good play. It's like you stunned before she blinked. Like, you just issued the command. So, like, as soon as she gets in range, like, you do it. So right here, she just instantly gets stunned. So that's really good. It's a good habit. Okay. Yeah, here your ideal positioning is just like...
Sometimes I feel like that puts me out of position though when I issue the command before, obviously.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like in situations where like you think they're gonna go in, but they wait like, you know, half a second or a second or so. So I mean the only... Yeah, then you just like run forward into the enemy team or whatever. But yeah, so you just gotta be careful with it. Ideally you do it as late as possible. So like, you know, like as she's blinking or whatever. That's the best time to do it. But either way, it's still a good thing to do. Just gotta be careful. Yeah, so in this fight, your ideal positioning is like, you know, in swap, or just out of swap range, like close to Drow, so you can swap pretty much instantly. So just like, you could stand here, and this would be good. You know, just so you're available at any point, and you still have a chance to run away, if you don't need to swap eventually. Okay.
Radiant's top
getting out,
tower
that's
is
good.
under attack.
Go straight to farming. I mean, you're pretty efficient with that stuff, which is good. Draw certainly makes things easier, but it's still good.
I look for a swap there, but don't get one.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Abaddon is like, you guys can't really kill him. With just your two
I
heroes.
was trying to get the dazzle.
Oh, you're trying to get Dazzle. Okay. Well, either way, that's not a kill. Abaddon just shields, and, you know, she lives. Or he lives, whatever. And he can grave TP, you can't really do anything.
Okay.
So, yeah, that would have been a bad play. Okay. I do like that you have Dust as well, it's good. Okay, Spec gets Radiance. At this point, the game should be over.
Okay.
So, one thing I dislike about this, what you're doing right now, is you're really tunnel visioned on your hero. You just need to look and see what's going on over here. Like, click on people, check their items, like, you know, see if there's any detection, you know, wards. You just, like, when you're looking at your hero like this, it doesn't give you anything.
Okay.
Whereas, like, you know, you're not losing anything for looking at other heroes, so you should do that. Especially as a support. Like, you don't have to, you know, optimize your farming and all
there's
that.
our Drow, just in the middle of everyone, like always.
Yeah. I mean, what can you do about that?
Yeah, it ended up being like the best bait, but you know. So
Yeah.
right here, I'm telling everyone to back because we're weaved. So I don't know if that's a good call or not.
I think it's okay, but you guys are still really strong. Is the thing.
Goodness be.
And like I wasn't a rhetorical question earlier. Like I was asking what you could do about the drow being at a position like this. The answer is you can be in position to swap, right? Like it's pretty tough, but if you weren't running all the way back here, you might have been able to save her. She's pretty much guaranteed dead, so probably not. But still, like when you run back this far and you're not looking at her or anything, then you're kind of like,
Out of the veil.
Right now, I think what was going through my head was weave. That was what's going through my head.
and that's not bad. You just need to like, you don't want to completely disengage, like, and you know, eliminate all chances of fighting, because then like when weave expires, like, you know, there's still good fight here. Especially since you have Radiant Spectre, like this is your go time pretty much. You guys are just really strong at this point, even though Drow is dead.
I go.
So I think the biggest issue here was just like you weren't staying present and like keeping everyone's positioning in mind. You definitely want to make sure you're like constantly trying to get better at that, just like constantly taking in information. That if you can get good at that, then supporting will become much easier. Yeah, you don't seem to have too big of a problem with it now, but still.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Okay. You shouldn't push here. This is conceptually bad. I think you wanted to push really badly because like
I'm
you're
looking for
bringing...
swaps usually.
Okay. Either way, I don't particularly like it. It's not bad, but it's a little bit too ambitious just because they're really close to respawning.
So
Dire's
like too greedy.
middle tower has
Yeah,
fallen.
if you got one right now, like this, literally this second, it would be good because these guys couldn't help no matter what. But it's still like pretty iffy.
So right here, I'm telling my team I'm looking for a swap, and then they come, and then we back off.
Yeah. No, it's incorrect because like at this point, like they could centaur, they could blink stomp. You know, they have so many ways to disengage. They could shallow grave. So if you start a fight out here, it could be a disaster. There's just no point risking it. Basically, it's like maybe if there was like one person alive, then yeah, you guys just push and you know get a swap or whatever. That's fine. But because they're respawning so quickly, you don't want to fight. You don't want to just force a fight here for no reason. Like your thinking should be always around objectives rather than like you know going for kills. Obviously here if you get a kill then it might lead to an objective, but it's not guaranteed.
So I think this is why I told my team that we should go Roche. Would that have been a good call to go Roche?
I think you wait for Haunt. No, then it would be good. Because you guys can do it really quickly. The only problem with the problem with going Roche though is like if you with your heroes, like if you're all in Roche pit, or at least like 3 of you are, or even like 2 of you, if you get double stunned, you can lose the fight. Like if Drow and Weaver get double stunned, like
a tornado.
Yeah, anything. Like they have a lot of ways to like counter engage on the pit.
Dire's
So
tower
what you can do is have
under
Spectre
attack.
push top, and then you guys do Roche, and that would be okay. And then have Witch Doctor stand here, and like you stand back here or something like that. You just constantly wave.
Because we do it really fast with Drow and Weaver and Venge.
Yeah, no, doing Roche is a good call. You just need to do it like correctly. And also preemptively, you need to get like vision up and like deward and stuff like that. Preferably deep vision, like you know here, or even like you know in their base. That's okay as well, or here, or in lane. Just because you want to see if they smoke or whatever. It's really important. Yeah. Also, make sure you don't stand in pit when you do it as Venge. Like you don't need to be doing damage. Like just wave and yeah. And that's basically you just want to be ready to swap people out in case they get stunned or
Even in this
or
game
whatever.
though, because I think I do. You know, not like I don't do a lot, but I do some sort of damage in
You
this
do
game.
significant damage. It would be okay for you to stay there if there are like 5 heroes throwing top or something, or like you see all the other heroes and you know they're not coming. But if you don't see them, then you absolutely cannot stand in pit. Like you need to be ready to disengage for your
to break
team.
the smoke.
Yeah. To break the smoke or swap, you know, teammates out of a double stun, something like that. That's your job. So
Dire's
you know,
bottom
like
tower
you're
is
not here
under
to do
attack.
damage, even though you do like pretty comparable or pretty good damage for a support hero. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay.
Dire's bottom
So
tower has fallen.
we're running out of time here. Do you have any like final questions, thoughts, concerns, anything like that?
No, not really.
Okay. So
Just like, yeah, this game is relatively easy of finishing the game, but that's usually what the problem is.
no, that's certainly true, and it's
I like
gonna be a
Venge.
problem.
I like Venge because when we're actually pushing high ground, say there's 3 heroes dead on the enemy team, right? at 3K MMR, there's usually a lot of times where there's one guy that tries to stop the defense with like
Yeah,
single
yeah.
line,
Yeah.
and you know Venge is really good at punishing that. So that's why
Dire's
I'm liking
bottom
this hero
tower
right
is
now.
under
Oh, for
attack.
sure, she's really strong. If like I said earlier though, if you have trouble ending the game, then just like try to focus on like how to get good vision down safely. So like get deep wards if you can, or like defensive wards if the enemy is like pushing your towers or whatever. Try your best to learn where the common dewarding spots are, or where the common warding spots are, so you can counter their vision. But that's like the key to winning the game as a support, or like closing a game, is by like starving the enemy team of vision.
Okay.
That's the best thing you can do. But other than that, dude, like your progression is really good.
Dire's
Like
bottom tower has
this.
fallen.
I'm looking at my profile. Yeah, this is amazing. Look at this.
Yeah, I
But,
wish. I wish.
Yeah, no. I don't play enough anymore, so I'm not gonna. I'm gonna get better much more slowly than you are. But yeah, this is like pristine. This is really good. Like if you just keep playing, eventually you're gonna hit a wall, and you'll have to like get over it. But that's that's natural for anything, anything that you need to improve on. But this is really good improvement. Just keep playing and keep trying your best.
Dire's bottom tower
Keep trying to
is
improve
under
as well.
attack.
Like don't let this get to your head. Like a 6K player is telling you you're really good or whatever.
Dire's structures are
obviously.
fortified.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I think you're on the right track. Honestly,
Okay.
like I hope this was helpful.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. Well, yeah. If you have any like questions about heroes or Dota or anything like that in the future, feel free to message me.
Okay.
I don't bite. All right. Well,
Thanks for your time.
yeah, of course. No, thank you. Take care, dude. Good luck.
And then if I do want to schedule more in the future, how does that usually work? Is that just to
it's-
go to coach too?
Yeah, it's usually through Dota Coach.
Okay.
You can message me though, and we'll talk about it.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
Yep, of course. Peace, dude.